All right guys, so today we're going to talk about the contact point on the forehand, and in particular the semi-western forehand. Now a lot of people struggle with this because they get too sideways as they're striking the ball. With a semi-western grip, your shoulders have to face the court a little bit more. That's going to allow the contact point to get out in front. With this grip, you need to be further out in front than any other grip. If you have continental, you can play it sideways. Eastern, you can play it a little sideways. With semi-western, you have to be here, square to the court and out in front. And actually, if you go towards western, it's going to come back a little bit. You probably do have to be open with that, but it's going to be less out in front. So in order to do that, you've got to play a lot of shots open stance. If you play close stance, you often block yourself off the shot and it's very difficult to rotate. If it's low, you can get on this front foot and maybe you feel like you can rotate here because all your weight's on your left foot. But if it's a little bit higher, people tend to get jammed, contact point gets behind, and then the shot and the follow through really suffers. So try and get open stance with the shot, rotate your shoulders into it, and you're looking for this kind of contact point as you're striking the ball. And if you watch the pros, they'll actually have their right shoulder in front of their left a lot of times when they're striking the tennis ball. So play off your right foot here, get used to rotating into the shot, and you'll find it a lot easier from this position to get to this contact point. As I said, with close stance, unless your weight's on the front foot and you can rotate in, it's quite difficult. Here it's a tough skill to rotate your body, whereas if I'm already open, I just want to sort of return back to this position. I can rotate and then rotate in a lot easier than starting like this where I don't feel any torque and trying to turn my body into the shot. It's always more difficult. So I only ever do that if I'm moving forwards and I feel like I'm really on my front foot. Most of the other shots I'm going to feel like I'm quite open. I also do have an Eastern grip, but you know, for players I'm working with that have a semi-Western, it's even more important that they get open. So as I said, with continental, I can play this from here and I can be sideways and I feel quite comfortable playing that. With Eastern, the same thing. I would still rotate my body, but I still feel like I can hit balls from here. Whereas with semi-Western, I'm starting to feel awkward from this position. All right, I need to open up my body, get open stance, and then feel like I can get the contact point. My semi-Western forehand's pretty rubbish, but feel like I can get it out in front where my hand is behind the shot. All right, so I'm in this position where I feel like my hand is behind the shot here, and I feel pretty strong. If I get my shoulder sideways and my contact point here, my hand's in a weak position and my follow through suffers. I'm not able to pronate and accelerate the racket around my body. So a couple of tips for you there. Play open stance, feel that you're rotating your shoulders, get your shoulders square, and feel like your hand is behind the shot at the point of contact.